keep it 100 with me.
Okay.
Be completely honest.
Okay.
We're getting older.
Yeah.
We're not in our 20s anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If it came down to it, do you still have those hands?
Bro, I don't know. And that's scary to say.
Right.
Because I used to pride myself in my 20s of having hands. But I don't know, bro. I don't know if I still have them. JJ, do you think you still have them?
I still think I have them.
How do you know, though, if you haven't?
I don't know. But mentally, I feel like I do. But in 30s, bro, my body responds differently.
Way
20.
differently. Way
Going to the gym is
differently.
even different.
Yes.
So, like, the athleticism of 30
Because this is the thing, bro. Fighting is
sport.
aerobatic.
Yeah.
If more than anything, bro, you got to keep your energy up because if you throwing like full punches,
Right.
you can get tired out extremely quickly.
I just remember being like 20 and going to the gym and be like, I'm just going to kill myself today. I'm going to try my best to die. I'm just going to work as hard as I can.
Yeah.
And now if I try that,
Body is
Dead.
it's not responding the same.
Literally
Not
dead.
I don't know if I'm getting softer as I get older or
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. But
Yeah.
that's made me think like, if I get into a fight,
Can I protect myself?
Can I go?
But
Can I go the distance?
We're fighting in your 20s is different than your 30s for the reason why you're fighting. though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in your 20s, you fighting for like trivial things.
I fought for disrespect. Like
Right.
if I felt disrespected, you came
gonna
at me
fight,
sideways.
yeah.
I'm trying to fight. Now I'll let that stuff slide, bro.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
that
yeah.
important.
Yeah, bro. If I was fighting in my 20s, it was for sport. If I was fighting in my 30s, it's for life.
And now we like,
I'll fight for my life.
like insert R. Kelly.
I'll fight for my life.
I just had to know.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know if we still got them heads.
I don't want to find out. Either.
Please don't try it.
Don't try.
Let's jump into the podcast.
What's up with it, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 3, and this is your boy JJ,
Treyway.
and I'm with,
Hey, your boy Dante.
This is Coop.
and this is
The
Soundboard
Soundboard Podcast.
Podcast.
Bro, I'm happy. We did it, bro.
Yeah,
We did it.
We did it, bro. Episode 3.
episode 3.
Y'all keep bringing us back. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Y'all keep
I'm
bringing
glad
us
y'all
back.
do, though.
But I'm glad y'all do. So people have been, bro, we 3 episodes in. I know we ain't like podcast aficionados, but this is starting to feel like we're starting to feel a little more comfortable, right?
Right.
Like we starting to feel comfortable. People are giving us good reviews. Hey guys, we are now on Apple Podcasts. What we need you to do is we need you to go and leave a review. Leave a review. Let us know what you think of the episode because that's how other people can find us.
Yes. Also, make sure to subscribe wherever you listen. Also,
Yeah,
Right,
and
right.
you know, preferably 5 stars, but
Right, please.
you could be honest.
Be biased. Be biased, guys. So this is episode 3, man. We are back. Fellas, a lot has happened, right? 2 weeks have passed. Coop's biggest saying is,
life is always
life is always
Always.
happening.
for sure.
And so life has happened. What's been going on, fellas?
Yeah, man, life's always happening. Actually, for me, shout out to Coop. Coop hooked your boy up with some tickets to Game 4,
You know what I mean?
the playoffs last night.
Well, I don't know if we should be celebrating that
Yeah.
because the Mavs was doing good to
Yeah.
JJ family.
JJ
to the
and
game.
his family are banned from all Mavs games.
It wasn't us, bro.
It was y'all.
It wasn't us.
So you were in the arena.
Yeah.
Was it full?
It was full. It wasn't 100%, but it was probably like 80 to 90.
What was
They
the
had-
energy in the room?
Bro, first from maybe like 30 minutes before tip off to about 5 minutes after tip off.
Electricity.
Electricity, bro.
Filled the room.
Hey, it was on 100, bro. It was good energy. You know, Mavs started off the game. Kristaps Porzingis hit the first 2 shots.
Right.
It was electric. And then it was like somebody deflated the arena. The Mavs could not get it together, bro. They was down like 20 the whole game. I feel like they was down 30 at one point. So the energy in the room went downhill after that. But overall, it was cool. It was good being in a playoff atmosphere, you know?
The playoffs is different. I will say, bro, I had to when I lived in Houston, I went to the Rockets playoff games a couple times, and they go all out. Like they put Rockets t-shirts on the seats for you to come in and like take them. Because they want everybody to have all red on.
Right.
So they'll be like, they'll literally come down and be like, "We gave you a t-shirt. Can you put your shirt on?"
Did they win when you went?
Nah.
Oh yeah, you're not invited either.
Nah, they didn't win.
Dang, bro. But yeah, no, they had t-shirts, they had masks, they had towels, they had all that stuff on the seats. They just didn't have a win.
They had all the makings of a win,
Bruh.
without.
I had a good feeling going into the game too. I knew he was about to get this W.
bro.
That boy Coop said JJ was a monster and stole their powers. He said they showed up. It was just trash.
That was only my second playoff game though. When I lived in Boston, I went to the Garden and I seen the Celtics.
You went to the Garden?
Mm-hmm. I seen the Celtics play in the playoffs. That was the only time.
Did they win?
No, that was a while back.
JJ, you're like an omen.
You're an omen, bro. No
You're
more
an omen.
games.
No more games. Because when Coop was watching it, they was winning.
You wasn't watching it? You didn't watch Game 4?
I wasn't there. I need to be in the arena so they can feel my aura.
What happened is, so the thing is, Chris hasn't been able to be into a playoff game yet.
No.
So I, being a good friend, want them to go to Game 6. That's the only way that Chris can go to the game.
At this rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Right. Well, at this rate, go to the next one, please.
I'll be there.
JJ, stay home.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that's dope though.
Yeah, that's my biggest update. What's up with y'all?
Man, I've been out here traveling abroad.
That boy went
Y'all
to
see
Miami.
it? I got Miami still on me. I just touched down.
That boy a
If
celebrity.
you follow me on IG,
I just touched down.
I just
Bro, you
touched
literally
down,
just
man.
touched down from the plane to record.
yeah, I just came to stop
That's
by.
boss
I'm gonna
status.
go back out. Go back out.
Head back out.
east.
Bro,
Head to the
watching
other
your
coast.
stories was absolutely hilarious. Because we were laughing because Key out here having a hot mom summer, bro.
Hot mom summer.
She's way more turned up than me,
then
even in pregnancy.
And she was sober.
Yeah.
Did y'all have fun in Miami?
Yeah, we had a good time, bro. So we went out there. Key's family, she has family in Fort Lauderdale. So we visited them. And then we actually stayed in Del Rey for 2 days, which
How
is
far
like,
is that?
It's like an hour from Miami.
Okay, that's not too bad.
But we chilled out there, did some shopping and stuff, and then on the last day we got a yacht in Miami.
Ooh.
A couple people. I was out there with some ballers.
Yeah,
I was a little
You
fish.
a baller.
He said I was a little fish.
I was out there with some whales. But they got a yacht. I was there.
I just owned the yacht.
Yeah, I was on the yacht. And had a good time, bro. Just really enjoyed myself. Got to chill out and relax a little bit.
Had you ever been to Miami before?
I've never been to Miami. I've been to Fort Lauderdale, but never Miami. Well, actually, I'm lying. I went to Miami just to leave for a cruise. But I never.
Did it
actually
seem like
hung
it was
out.
a pandemic still going on, or was it?
Oh no!
I heard Miami
Oh
open.
no!
I heard Miami wild.
It was lit, bro.
Oh.
It was lit.
Had you ever been on a yacht before?
No. Well, not that size. A small one like on a lake, never in the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is, when I went to Miami a couple years back, we rented a yacht for JD's 30th birthday. Shout out to JD. And bro, I was having the time of my life. When you realize what it's like on the other side,
Yes,
you don't want to go back to your normal life. You like, bro, it's people out here that do this every weekend.
Bro, that's one of my goals is to get a yacht at some point in my life.
Right.
To own one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You can do that. Or you just rent it.
No, we not renters, we owners. So y'all had a good time. Y'all ate some good food.
Yeah, food was good. Everything was good, bro. Just really enjoyed myself.
That's what's up.
I feel inspired.
I
need to work a little harder.
Because you can be a big fish.
So you
Big
can
fish.
rent
I'm
a
trying to be
yacht.
a big fish.
So you can rent a yacht?
Yeah. Bigger yacht though.
No, I really think that we need to go and we need to. I love having those type of experiences with the homies because I think it opens up your mind to like the possibility, like this is possible. Because when we were in Miami, you see all these huge houses on the coast,
Yes.
and you like, bro, who living here? And the
what
guys
do they
like, oh, them
do?
celebrities. He's like, oh, that's Oprah's house, and that's blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, you think about the idea of having like a house in multiple
And
places.
that's what I'm saying. That's probably a
that
second
you
or
just
third
go
house.
to. Right. That ain't the house. This is the vacation home.
Right.
I just think it's cool to have those type of experiences, and y'all look like y'all are fully enjoying yourselves.
At the time of y'all's life.
right
Time of my life.
before
Key had the time of both of y'all's lives.
Key was having the time of her life, bro. Baby probably was in there just going
Baby over there
crazy.
shaking. Oh, baby went to a strip club.
Wait!
I was like, you got my baby in this place.
The strip club.
She went everywhere.
Dang, bro.
Good time. What about you, Dante? What's going on with you, bud?
Yeah, Dante, what's happened since last episode?
Bro, so I told y'all last time we talked, I told y'all I went to the ER. Y'all, I've been sick for like this last month, y'all. When I tell y'all I'm wasting away.
And we laughed.
And y'all laughed in my face, bro.
Lord forgive us.
Y'all laughed in my face. I really think people kind of thought I was over-exaggerating. Not over-exaggerating, but I think people are just like,
Yeah, they didn't think.
oh,
I
you
did
just,
too.
like your stomach just hurts.
Bro, because
whatever.
you said you was lactose intolerant.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was until it wasn't. Because, so this is the thing. Last time I was like, oh, I can't eat dairy like that. But I cut dairy out and I was still sick, bro. So I've been sick for like this last month. Olivia and I were scheduled to go to LA for her best friend's birthday. So I'm sick before we even go to LA. I'm like, I'm sick, but let's go. Because I know Olivia's been really excited about the trip. I was excited about the trip. I ain't never been to LA. I'm like, let's go. Let's have a good time.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't come for my birthday that time.
I didn't come for your birthday that time. Oh, ooh.
I feel like you held on to that.
Right. Didn't need to bring that up.
Just duly noted.
But yeah, bro. So we fly out on Thursday. We fly out Thursday night. We get to Miami. We get to LA. Her friend picks us up from the airport. It's a cool little vibe. She's taking us around. We seeing like photos of like Nipsey Hussle painted on the buildings.
Oh, yeah.
She took us to this place called Randy's Donuts. Mind you, I'm not eating because I'm still feeling a little sick. Friday, I get up, I work. After the workday is done, we go ride scooters through the city. I'm like, it's getting a little vibe out here, okay? I'm with the homies, so there's other guys on the trip. There's other couples on the trip.
Yeah.
So we're at the store, and one of the guys looks at me, and I'm telling him that I've been sick. He looks at me, he says, hey, bro, your eyes are yellow. I'm like, bro, quit tripping. My eyes are not yellow, bro. I get back in the car, because I'm sitting in the back seat. He rented a car. I'm sitting in the back seat. I look, I said, bro, my eyes are yellow.
Like yellow?
Like yellow, bro. So I get to the hotel.
I would have been freaked out.
Bro, freaked out. I get to the hotel, and I'm one of them people, if stuff like that start happening, I'm freaking out. Olivia is like...
Because don't your eyes yellow? Isn't that jaundice?
It's jaundice, which means that something... It means that your liver is not
good.
It's not operating... Your liver ain't operating right, bro. So I get to the hotel, bro. Look. My eyes is like yellow.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like
yellow.
they got worse. That was
I
like in
can't
the
see it,
beginning.
but they yellow.
Yeah.
They got worse. This is me by the time I got to the ER.
Ooh.
By the time I got to the ER, bro, they're super yellow.
Bro.
So Olivia looks at me and she's like, "Oh my gosh, bro, this is big." So we call her friend. Shout out to Diane. Diane is like, "Yeah, that means jaundice. It's probably really, really bad. How does he feel though? Because tonight is like the big dinner. It's like this is the big dinner." She's like, "Do you think that I can get through dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could get through
Not
dinner."
with eyes like that.
Right. So I get through dinner, bro. So we get to dinner. It's this phenomenal little spot in Crenshaw, bro. Great food, black owned. Shout out to the lady. I eat this vegan food. It is amazing. By that night, I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm sick to my stomach. So Olivia's like, "Do you want to go to the ER?" And I'm like, "Nah," because this don't feel like just regular lactose intolerance.
Right.
If I go to the ER, they're gonna keep me here, and I'm probably gonna have to have some type of surgery.
Right.
So basically, we're going back and forth all morning. Olivia's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Send me home. Like, let me get back to Texas. At least I know there's family there, there's friends there. I can be good."
Yeah.
So we buy me a ticket on Spirit, bro.
Oh, Spirit. It must have been in the
The ghetto. But it was the cheapest flight, and it was the only way I could get out.
How did you fly out there? American?
American.
They wouldn't let you try to...
We couldn't move it.
Oh, okay.
Bro, we was on hold for like 4 hours.
Dang.
They wouldn't let us move it. So we ended up buying me a ticket. Because that was the reason. We were trying to just move our flights.
Yeah.
But American had like a 4-hour wait, bro. Olivia literally was on the phone for 4 hours. And nobody came to the phone.
Dang.
And then we got online. the tickets were substantially different. Like it would have been like $200 for us to move each of our tickets.
Oh yeah.
The Spirit flight was like $150. So I'm like, babe, just send me home and just change your flight and come back.
Right.
So Olivia sends me home. She's like, I want to go with you. I'm like, no, just send me home. So Olivia sends me back here. I get on the flight, worst flight in the world. Crying babies, people talking loud. This is literally, what's the movie Kevin Hart was in? With the ghetto airplane.
Oh, Soul Plane.
This is literally Soul Plane. It's the ghetto, bro. All we were missing was a brawl on the flight. Bro, so I basically get back here at like midnight, catch an Uber to my car, drive straight to the hospital. Get to the hospital. The lady's like, bro, what is wrong with you? I'm like,
the
nurse was like, what's wrong with you? Because she was my nurse when I had been there before.
Oh.
And she's like, wait, you're still having the same problems? I'm like, yes, bro.
Like,
it's the
stop
same.
drinking milk, you
You idiot. You still eating there? Right. I'm like, no, ma'am, that's not it. So she weighs me and she's like, you've lost 15 pounds and you were just here like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I haven't been able to eat. Every time I eat, I either throw up or I just get really, really sick. She's like, okay, this is serious. She sends me back to the back. They do like a little, I felt so violated because I felt like a pregnant woman because they did the little jail. They did the little jail with the little thing. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there with nipples exposed. It's like,
they was rubbing on your belly.
Rubbing on my belly, bro. Right. Rubbing the little jail. I'm like, ooh, it's cold. So the lady does it. She's like, yo, you have gallstones. And the issue is the gallstones have traveled outside of your gallbladder. Now it's in your liver, it's in your pancreas, and it's in like your bile duct. So it's literally blocking my organs. Right. So now I got an infection, bro. They trying to take me out. The lady comes back. She's like, I can't let you leave. She's like, I can't let you leave. I'm admitting you into the hospital because we can't let you leave out of here because if you leave, it could be bad. Bro, so I'm in the hospital, y'all, for like 3 days. I'm in the hospital for like 3 days before I can have surgery because they were like, your numbers are too high. Mm-hmm. You need to get your numbers down. We can't. And then even after I had surgery, they were like, we can't let you leave because your numbers are still too high.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Basically what they found out, bro, had an infection in like all my organs. They took out my gallbladder. They were like, yo, they went and told Olivia and my mama, yo, this dude shouldn't even been like walking.
Like he should have been. Sounds like you in bad shape.
They was like he should have been like, you know what I'm saying?
You super strong, man.
But I ain't feeling, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling, so I'm out here strong, man. So basically, bro, they let me out the hospital on Wednesday, and I just been kicking it ever since. 6 weeks recovery. I can now eat regular food, but I can't lift anything over 15 pounds because of the incisions, and so.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Dante.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all thought I was playing, bro. And this is the thing. Everybody thought I was exaggerating. Even Olivia thought I was exaggerating. I was like, y'all, this don't feel like just lactose intolerance.
I ain't never really heard you go to the ER before. So when you said you went to the ER, I knew you were serious.
I don't even feel bad because the ER didn't take you serious.
Bro, that man let me walk out of there. That man let me walk out of there and was like oh, you just lactose intolerant.
They could have caught it earlier.
No, and so, Olivia, don't ever tell a black woman that. And low key, I ain't gonna tell y'all where I went to the hospital, but shout out to doctors of color because the lady who assisted me the second time was she was an Indian lady, and I felt like she listened to me. She took me very, very seriously. No shade to the dude before, but dude didn't take me seriously. Like he was just like,
you probably overreacted.
He was like, hey, bro, He diagnosed me from what I told him.
Right.
I basically told him.
He just believed everything you said.
Right. I was like, yeah, bro, I kind of been eating dairy, so maybe that's what it is. He was like, oh, okay, bro, you're just lactose intolerant. That's your problem. Dude sent me out of there and just let me walk out of there. Right. The lady was like,
investigate.
Right. In fact, she seemed a little perturbed because she was like, well, when you came last time, what did they do? I said, oh, well, they did a little MRI. She said they should have done a CT scan. Right. So she's already like, this is what should have happened. But shout out to people of color, bro. The lady, she did what needed to be done. She was like, I'm admitting you can't leave here. So you need to call whoever you want to call, but we're about to wheel you up and you got to have surgery. I can't let you leave. And bro, to this day, man, she's a real one. So been taking it easy this week.
Thank God, bro. I'm glad that
I feel like that was a lot.
I'm glad that you're good, though, because we did laugh about that last time.
Yeah, we did.
But that you being in a hospital made me think about how we be viewing healthcare, because it's like I know I need to go get checked
to the hospital.
Yeah, I need to go to the
right. Not to the hospital, but like go to the doctor.
Let's not start there.
Get your yearly checkup.
Your annually checkup, just in general, like health stuff in general. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all regularly go get checked up? Or?
I do it terrible. I ain't been since 2008.
I know you lying, Coop.
You haven't been to a doctor since 2008.
I've been once for
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Cool. 13 years ago.
13 years.
That's because he lived with one.
Right. Your wife being her diagnosing
That's
you.
True. That's true. But I feel like I still should get like blood work and stuff done.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Especially after Black Panther. That made me really think about it too. But
and you still didn't go?
I was like, you know what? I should.
What's the hesitancy?
I just don't think about it. I guess it's not in my routine or like.
I think it's one of those things that you don't think about it until you have to think about it.
Exactly.
And it'd be too late.
Right. And then it could be too late. Mm-hmm. And now, bro, you got, you have a wife, you about to have a baby girl. Mm-hmm. Like, we got to start taking it more seriously. I'm going to be honest. I ain't necessarily just been out here. When I was in Houston, I used to go every year. Because I had found me a doctor. Primary. I've been back here 2 years.
That's the hard part, though. It's like
finding a doctor.
Good doctor.
Right.
Was your doctor
surprisingly, bro, it was a guy. He was a white guy, but he was younger. Any issues that I took to him, he took very seriously.
Right.
Bro, dude was legit. I just haven't been able to find a doctor like that.
Yeah.
I'm half tempted to drive to Houston once a year and just do it there.
When you find somebody you like, you kind of
you gotta stay with them. You gotta stay with them. I don't know. Me, man, like just hearing your story made me think about like. If that could have been caught with like getting your blood work done,
right.
Like some of those numbers. So in my head, I'm like, I wonder how my numbers are, because I ain't been annually. That's something I could do better about.
Yeah, I think we just need to take our health more seriously. And let me just tell y'all,
I be feeling like I could just push through.
Nah, bro. Yeah. Let me tell you this. Do y'all know that being in the hospital one night is about $10,000? If you're in the hospital 3 nights, it's about $30,000.
So what happens if you're there 5 nights?
Let me guess. $50,000.
I said all that to say.
That's without any
No,
surgery.
So this is the thing. This is just staying the night.
Right. Yeah.
This ain't the medicine. They charge you for everything, bro. In fact, when me and Olivia was leaving, Olivia grabbed everything in that room, cups, everything. She was like,
EKG machine.
Bro, Olivia
we take the bed? Right.
Olivia was like, you should have grabbed that body wash that they gave you, because you paid for that. They charge you for everything. And I'm not saying that to scare you, but I'm saying it's easier to be
on the preventative side.
Instead of on the other side. Because I'm nervous, bro. I right now I can only see the charges for how much it is. I haven't seen how much my insurance is gonna pay. I have pretty good insurance, but I'm still gonna have to pay, y'all. I'm preparing in my mind. Bills. I'm still gonna have to pay a couple thousand, and I don't think it's gonna be 1 or 2. I think it's gonna be pretty high up.
You know, that doesn't even make sense to me, because as time goes by, technology gets better, and as technology gets better, it should get cheaper.
Right.
So healthcare is technology aspect to it. So I feel like healthcare should be actually getting cheaper. If that makes sense.
I don't know how it's broken down.
I don't know. We have to do research on that.
They give you a bill and they charge you for everything.
Basically.
Bro, every time the lady came, they charged me
I know. I went to the doctor one time. It was something wrong with like my face or something like that, right? The doctor just
Did they fix it?
I'm about to say, ugh. Do not go to that doc.
Nah, it was like
Cause just looking at you, I can see the problem still persist.
Nah, bro, it was something wrong with my skin, like the skin on my face or whatever. And so I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what's wrong. You have to go to a specialist." They charged me $100.
Oh yeah,
to tell you to go somewhere else.
To tell you to go to the specialist.
But that was a long time ago.
But no.
That put an imprint on my head, like. Unless it's real serious,
I'm not going.
But this is the thing, though. You have to go to a general practitioner
to go to a specialist.
Yeah.
It depends on your insurance.
They have to you can't just walk into a specialist and be like, I'm having stomach issues. Let me go to the gastrologist.
Right.
You have to go to your doctor. Your doctor has to recommend you to go to what you call.
Is gastrologist a real thing?
It's a people for your stomach.
I don't think so. It's a different.
I guess Dante would know.
It's you know what?
Gastroenterologist. It's something.
Moving on.
The gastro doctor.
The gastro. Moving on.
Astrologist.
The gastrologist. Sound
Well,
like
he
he
said
sells he on the block. I'm a gastrologist.
He's looking at planets.
All I do is sell gas.
It's gastriologist, whatever it is. So, guys, we were having this conversation. Y'all are so annoying. We were having this conversation about being humble, right? We were talking about this idea of being humble. I know that was like a terrible transition, but I think it's something that we all struggle with. Like, am I too humble? Am I being too humble, or should I really just talk my stuff? Like, what is the fine line between being humble and like being arrogant? Let's say that. What's the fine line between being humble and arrogant?
I think I kind of struggle with this because I know that there's a certain level.
You know, Chris last time said he had too much confidence.
Right. This is a problem. This is a problem.
I have a problem with confidence.
Right.
I have too much of it.
But no, seriously. You have to be confident to be the best at something.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to believe in yourself, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be obnoxious, is that the word? Mm-hmm. To the point where people kind of, they're like off.
They're put off.
They're put off by you,
right?
Whatever. But I can see where like not being as humble can definitely have its advantages. For example, like I was talking to our boy Daniel, and I was like, we were talking about how like if you're at a store somewhere and somebody pulls up in a Lamborghini and y'all happen to have a conversation and he gives you financial advice,
right?
Even though you know nothing about him, he could have rented this Lamborghini,
right?
You're more
apt to listen to him.
Exactly. Whereas somebody in a Camry or something, I have a Camry too.
Not to shame anybody with a
Camry. Nobody.
But if they could be Bill Gates and you don't know who it is and they tell you something, you're like,
you take it at face value. Like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see the advantages of not being as humble, but I don't know. How you feel about it, JJ?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I like to think that I'm a humble person. You can't really say you humble, right? That like, it's like
I would say you're humble, JJ.
Right,
so now you can finish your statement.
But I think that I'm a humble person, but I think sometimes it does hold me back because I feel like I try to remain humble in situations where maybe I need to be more, not cocky, but more confident. It's not confidence. I'm humble and confident, but it's still like, I guess if you're too humble, you can let opportunities pass you by,
right?
Or you maybe don't take advantage of everything,
right?
And so being humble and being like, nah, I'm just gonna let you do this. I'm gonna just, maybe miss out on this opportunity. It can hold you back.
For sure, I think I would argue that I play small in a lot of. Playing
small. That's a good way.
I would argue that I play small in a lot of situations.
Thank you, Dante.
You know what I'm saying.
Dang.
Boys go to the hospital a couple days. You get some wisdom.
Be reflective. You got that woo.
I would argue, bro, that I play small in a lot of areas that I probably shouldn't play small in.
Because you're a big fish in a little pond.
But I think it's because I
need a bigger pond.
I need a bigger pond. But bro, I think it's because I think the root of it is you just don't feel like you are where you see other people are. Mm-hmm. So I think it's not that you're not good enough. It's not that you are not good in whatever it is. Let's say me as a communicator, right?
Right.
I would say that I'm a pretty good communicator. Mm-hmm. But when I hear stuff like, oh, you need 10,000 hours to be an expert at something, I automatically disqualify myself because I say, yo, I haven't done it enough. But then I was thinking the other day, bro, if this idea is you need 10,000 hours to be an expert at something, it doesn't necessarily mean, and I ain't even read the book, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you need 10,000 hours doing that specific thing. Let's say me as a communicator, I may not have 10,000 hours of speaking on a stage, but I have 10,000 hours, over 10,000 hours of communicating either in relationships or like in classroom settings or like at church or like all these different areas. And so I think instead of playing small, I need to realize that it's not, the medium may change, but the talent is there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think for a lot of people, you got two types of people. You got people who play small because they feel like they're not good enough, and then you got people who absolute garbage, and they be out here winning,
right?
Because the people who good don't think they're good enough,
too quiet.
And the people who trash be like, I ain't got nothing to lose.
It's so to me, it's also like perception weighs into it too.
Right.
So being humble is a mindset, I think, a lot of times. So for example, playing ball, when you used to grow up, like me and Chris used to hoop. So people would be like, Are you good at basketball? Mm-hmm. My answer would always be like, I'm decent.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Knowing I'm pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But I would always just be humble about it.
Right.
But that can also like maybe prevent you from
taking the next step or getting an opportunity
right.
or something like that.
So do y'all think if you went up to LeBron James and said, Bron, do you think you're a good basketball player? What do y'all think LeBron James would say?
So, but he's gonna say he's the best in the world now, but maybe when he was younger, he might. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have had a different attitude.
I don't know.
I also like to let my actions speak louder than my words.
Yeah.
So I don't
True.
want. Yeah, I don't want to be out here just vocally being like, I'm the best. I'm this.
Well, you don't want to pull the trigger too soon because some people be out here pulling the. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I would rather show you than tell you.
Right.
You rather somebody else tell you how good you are, type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then you got to get out here. The crazy thing about that is, if you're not out here practicing that gift or that skill, nobody will ever see it to tell you.
That's true too.
So you
I
have
don't know,
to,
bro. I don't know. I think people like just say communicating. If you weren't out here practicing communicating, me and Chris can tell you that you're a good communicator.
Right.
You may not vocally say that you're a good communicator, but I'm sure people tell you all the time, bro, you're a phenomenal communicator. Other people can see the gifts in you. How you respond to that is a matter of like whether or not you're humble or not. I feel like.
So it's how you respond.
Right.
Yeah. It's a matter of attitude because determining somebody being humble or somebody being cocky is a matter of how they respond. Somebody can pull up in a Lambo and be like, oh, this is just something I just rented or whatever for the day. And they have a very meek attitude about it.
Right.
Or somebody can pull up flexing, being like, oh, this is the Lambo. Like, they have a totally different attitude about everything. It's just a matter of
how you present it.
It's how you present it. And you got to just be cautious, bro, because a lot of people we live in very show-offy times. Mm-hmm. And people be out here just doing stuff for the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, but I think that's a great conversation. So let's take a moment, fellas. Let's take a moment. Because I think we in the season where we got to start talking our stuff, bro.
Talk your talk.
I'm tired of playing small, bro. I'm tired of playing small.
That boy trying to swim upstream.
I'm trying to swim upstream, you feel me? I'm trying to have the homies on the yacht, you feel me?
You know what I mean?
And plus, I got to be good so I can pay these hospital bills. So look.
You know it's in bigger water, right?
Dang, I was too humble when
I talked about
Miami.
Water?
You used to humble what?
When I talked about Miami.
It should have been like, I was on the yacht with my wife.
Yeah, we just got the yacht.
Hove and Beyonce.
They was right next. Right next door. They was on the yacht next to us.
You was too humble, bro. You got to quit being humble with your experiences. Yeah, I was on the yacht this weekend.
So I have to be a little bit more. Stunt. I need to stunt a little harder.
You deserve that life, King.
You're right.
So look. So let's put it out there, fellas. Let's quit being humble, bro. I mean, let's quit playing small. Let's be humble, but quit playing small. Because I think there's a difference.
Right.
You can be playing small, and you just like sometimes I play small when it comes to the gift of communicating. So I'm not playing small no more.
I think we should remain humble, but just don't discredit your gifts.
That's it. Don't discredit your gifts.
Like don't disqualify, don't discount yourself.
Okay.
So you can still be humble and confident, but don't be. If somebody says, "Are you good at this?" and you're actually good at it, or whatever it is, don't try to lessen it by saying try to make yourself sound humble.
Do you have an example of somebody that you think of like that? Would it be like Barack? He never comes off as like obnoxious, but he's confident, but he also seems very humble.
Yeah, that's true.
About what he did.
No, that's actually a very, very valid.
I don't know if I've ever heard Barack like brag about anything.
I was the first black president.
I ain't never heard. You know what? I ain't never heard that man say that. And this
he's
is
usually humble in his responses.
But in
his responses, he's also showing you he's the man.
But then again, he done did it. What he can tell you?
Don't let me be. Maybe that's why.
What?
God knows if I was Barack.
You know
talking
what?
to me?
You know what? I also
different
think,
energy.
I also think God keeps me humble because he's like, you ain't ready yet. You ain't ready for me to just give you everything. You're not ready yet. You're gonna lose your mind.
Right.
But I'm not playing small no more. So let me just tell y'all this, and we can go around the table. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It can be whatever you want to say. I'm gonna quit playing small when it comes to me being a communicator. I ain't gonna be out here being arrogant. But like if somebody says, "Hey, you're a pretty good communicator," my natural bend is to be like, "Yeah, but so and so's better," or like, "Oh yeah, but I could do better." So, like JJ said, quit discrediting it. So I'm quit playing small. I'm not gonna be discredited when it comes to my gift of communicating. So when you come to me and you say, "Dante, you're a pretty good communicator," I'm gonna say thank you. And my goal is to get even better.
I like that.
What you got, JJ? What area you ain't playing small in no more?
Well, you know, I'm just God has just gifted me.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed already.
I don't know, bro. I think
I have to think about it.
yeah, I would have to think about an area.
Bro, I could think about this area for both of y'all.
What is it for me?
For you, it would be writing.
See, you know, I just wanted somebody to tell me.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
It's all about your response. I can say writing. I'm pretty good at writing. See,
You are an exceptional writer. I would even
I'm
say
working on it.
I would even say for Coop, bro, this podcast is only possible because of Coop. So when we talk about Coop the creator, bro, Coop be doing all this stuff, and I think he thinks. I think Coop. This is Coop. This is Coop. I think Coop be thinking like this stuff is like just everybody should be able to do this.
Yeah.
But bro, Coop done made us get on all these platforms. He creates the graphics for our whatever the episode name is that we like. That's not stuff that everybody can just do.
That's true.
So I would even just say as a
You
creative,
definitely have like a creative, abstract way of thinking.
Yeah. Wait, let me not be. Yeah, I do. now that you mentioned it,
bro. You know what? I'm done.
I have one other thing though.
What's up?
I was trying to think of this from like a woman's perspective, something that
Right.
they would think of, and I wonder. I don't know if this is the same. Y'all check me on my soundboard. Do women have this issue? It's kind of similar to them when they see like women that are more flamboyant with how they dress,
Right.
Or, like opposed to being like modest dress,
Right.
Like they feel like they're being too humble.
Like women who are conservative, are they too humble?
Conservative, yeah.
Are they too humble?
You know what? I don't know though, because I think
I don't know if they are or not. I wonder do they feel that way?
do they feel that way?
Like
Ladies, let us know. I would say I saw this post on social media and it was like, you know, for some women being revealing gives them power. For other women, being covered up gives them power. And I had never just thought about it like that. Like for some women, they may see a woman and she may, you know, have it all out, and they may be like, "Hey, that's cool for her," but I find my power in just, you know, being covered.
That also might be a woman who ain't got nothing to show.
All right, let's get out of women's business.
Let's get out of it. You know what? We just
I'm
lost.
trying to include the
Coop,
women.
you
in this.
should-
Well, I mean, you
You
can say the
shouldn't
same.
even
You
went
can say the
there.
same thing for dudes though, like dudes who dress conservative
Who
versus
be
dudes
or
don't
dudes who
dress
be
conservative.
fly. Like I look at
Oh,
dudes
I
who
got
be
you.
fly,
You know what
and
I'm
I be
saying?
like,
Yeah.
"Dang, bro, I need to."
To me,
step
it's just
my
a
game
matter
up.
of stunting. Like
You're
it
right.
could just be in different categories,
Right,
And I think
right.
that humble falls in different categories too. You may be humble about your gifts, but Dante may not be humble about some other area in his life, right?
That is actually very true. You can compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can compartmentalize where you play small.
Because Chris is he's very confident in other areas, but he may not be as confident in some areas.
Dang, that's true.
That's true.
So
That's good. You know what? We're gonna put a post up on social media. It's gonna be called Talk Your Stuff.
I like
And
that.
we want you to put down on our Instagram page, the Soundboard Podcast. We want you to put down what area had you been playing small in, but you ain't playing small no more.
I like that.
It's gonna be called Talk Your Stuff. So look for that when you hear this episode. Now, guys, this is the last topic of the day, and I think this is super, super important because we were having a conversation with Coop and his wife. We were having this whole conversation about Coop and his wife and talking about cooking, right? And just talking about like cooking, and it brought up this whole idea of how important is the why behind your actions. Like, is doing the right thing for the wrong reasons? Like, can you do the right thing for the wrong reasons?
Let me just give a backstory.
Give a
Quick backstory.
I wanted to tease
He ain't wanna
it.
put you- yeah, he
I ain't
wanna
wanna
put you out
put it
there.
out there.
So after the last pod, we're just kicking it, talking, whatever. Wife comes in, complaining, talking about how I don't cook for her.
wife comes in after working 12 hours,
and
pregnant.
pregnant. Come on.
And Coop's in the
And
theory.
we're gonna set the context.
Right.
Set the context.
Right, and Coop's in here done podcast all day, been chilling.
And I
Kicking it feet up on the couch.
I get a text from my father-in-law talking about that chicken better not be in the sink.
Wait. But Coop, he asked Dante and me, he's like, what does this mean?
Me,
What's
that
this
chicken
text-
better not be in the
What's
sink.
this text mean? I'm I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm guessing. He said
I'm
drumsticks.
Googling.
He said drumsticks.
Yo, he
so
said
I was
drumsticks.
like, what is? I was like, it's probably some chicken.
Drumsticks in the sink.
I said, did you take out food you supposed to be
I'm
cooking?
like, no, I didn't.
He literally was like, and JJ asked, and Coop said, no.
Anyways, my wife gets in and she goes in the kitchen. It's like these drumsticks are still in the
No, so before though, but this is the thing. She had sat down.
Mm-hmm.
She had sat down. She hadn't even said nothing yet. So we're sitting here talking about it.
Right.
And then she says, "It's drumsticks in the sink." I get up and say, "It ain't no drumsticks in that sink, bro. Why is drumsticks in the sink?"
So she's basically said she basically been complaining behind my back, which we'll have to talk about later. that I don't cook enough for her, basically. So, and then of course Dante and JJ start
we
clouding
feed the
me.
flame. We feed
Your
the
pregnant
flame.
wife? You not cooking for your pregnant wife? So basically, the next day, I cook, right? But I only cooked so I could send a picture to Dante and JJ.
Not because his pregnant wife needed a meal.
So I just wanted to tell them to shut up. So I did the right thing, but I did it for the wrong reasons. So is the why behind why I did it important, or is it just important that I did the right thing?
In that instance,
That's a joking scenario.
Right.
And-
But I get the big overarching theme because this is something Olivia and I argue about. We've argued about in the past.
Right.
Because I'll tell her there are things that I may not want to do, but I do it because it makes her happy.
Right.
And her argument is,
I like that.
Your why is wrong. I want you to do it because
You wanna do
You
it.
want to do it, and I'm like,
That's not the case.
But that's not gonna.
I don't wanna do it.
I don't want. I may not legit want to do it, but I'm
Right.
doing it because you are important enough to me
Right.
to say, although I do not want to do this, I'm doing it. But she argues that my why is wrong in that situation.
You know what you got to do? Reframe the why. I'm not doing this because I'm interested in this. My why is you. You are my why.
Yeah, but I say that.
I care about you. That's my why.
But I say that.
Romantic.
Romantic. But that's a valid question though, because I think I would argue that a lot of times, if we being real as people, our why may not necessarily always be the right why. But is it wrong if it gets done?
I think
Is it wrong if it gets done?
I feel like it doesn't matter.
The why doesn't matter.
Not usually.
Just the outcome.
Just the outcome. I'm really outcome driven
Based.
though. Yeah.
I think men are like that though. Would you say that? Never mind. Don't ask JJ no question like that. Because JJ annoying. He be like, no, I want to do it for the right reason.
Is that what my
And
voice sounds like?
I just want to do it for the right reason.
Let me ask y'all this: when you go to a gas station, let's say if your girl's driving you somewhere, y'all go to a gas station, she has to get some gas. Y'all get out and pump the gas.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's
It's the right thing.
It's the right thing to do.
Nah, I get out because it's the right thing to do, and it's a gentleman, it's chivalry.
Y'all are so much better than me.
You don't
Cool,
pump
you
your
don't be
gas?
getting out?
I do. But
Let
I
me
only-
find out,
I only
Keith. Let me
do
find
it-
out Keith's pumping
I
her
only
gas
do
right
it
now.
because I don't want to look like an idiot in the car while my girl is outside.
You know what? So, no, you know what? I'm going to be real with you. There have been times where I've done stuff because I'm like, what does it look like for me sitting in the car?
That's what I'm saying.
But you're still doing it. So is the outcome...
Nobody would know the reason why.
That's what I'm saying. Unless
Unless
nobody listens to this.
I mean, but in general, nobody really knows your reason why that you do something.
Right. But is that important?
It's important because if it's something you have to do consecutively or all the time, then that's something that matters. Like if you don't want to do it, you may do it a few times. But if your why is off, the more that you have to do it, then you'll probably start complaining about it.
Right.
Your
Right.
disposition is going to change, and it's going to affect the people around you.
So JJ, you're
That's a good
saying
point.
there's only so long you can fake it.
You can fake the
There's
why.
only so long you can fake the why.
So I'm phony. I'm
Nah, you're
fugazi.
real because you don't want to do it.
But you still
That's
do
not
it.
that I don't want to do it, but that's a big contributor.
Sometimes
to why.
thinking about how other people would perceive
Right.
the issue is more important. It's something that you should consider. Let's be clear, because there are times when things happen where it could be perceived the wrong way.
Right.
And you don't want think about it like this. Let's say when we talk about, like, let's say my mom, for instance, there may be something that Olivia is like, well, let me do this because I don't want Dante, you know what I'm saying? Let's say we're going to be around my mama or something. It may be like, I don't want this to be perceived correctly. Let's say we're out at my family's, and Olivia's like, let me make Dante a plate.
Right,
let me make Dante a plate.
Right.
It may not necessarily be that I've asked her to make me a plate or that I can't make the plate myself. She may just be like, let me make this plate because his mama here, his auntie's here, and I don't want them to be like, your girlfriend here, you making your own plate?
In that instance, I feel like that's fine because I still want my plate made.
I don't care.
I don't care
why you did it, but I'm glad you made my plate. Thank you.
And I would argue there are things that I've done when I've been around Olivia's family because her dad is there, and I'm like, and I'm stepping my game up because I'm like, I don't need pops. No maps. I don't need pops looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? If that's my daughter, Dante should have did X, Y, and Z. So like if we're going to like let's say Olivia lives like an hour and a half outside like where she's from, I might be like, well, let me drive there because I don't need your parents being like, I don't need to pull up in the driveway and your dad be like, my baby girl done drove the whole way. You done sit back in the recline seat. Like, so you know what I'm saying?
So like 20 minutes out, y'all just switch.
I pull up to this gas station. We gonna switch right here.
I may not necessarily want to drive. Right. So I think it just comes down to sometimes your why. There's gonna be you can have more than one why.
Okay.
Let's say that.
I can agree.
You don't have to have one singular why. This is why I'm doing it. You can have more than one why. You can take a lot of things into consideration.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, your why, you're always gonna have a why, and the why is always gonna be different, right? So I mean, I feel like in certain instances you have to compromise your why because it's not, especially if you're dealing with somebody else, it's not gonna be alike. So in some instances, you still do it just because you care for the other person or because of the perception, but that doesn't discredit your why. It's just a different why. It's just a different reasoning. I don't have the same interest you have. So I'm not going to necessarily want to do the same things you
But I'm doing it because I care about you.
Yeah. So that's all that should matter.
And rule of thumb, as men,
keep it to yourself.
Just keep it to yourself. That's the podcast. Don't say nothing. They don't need to know the why. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Nah, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in. Episode 3 of the Soundboard Podcast. Hey, man, keep up with us on the Soundboard Podcast on IG. Remember, this week we're gonna be dropping Talk Your Stuff. This week, when this drops, we're gonna be dropping it on our IG page. Keep up with me, Dante Speaks Life, on IG, and I'll holler at y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Follow your boy JJ at _Jeremy J.
And you can follow me on all socials at ThisIsCoop_.
Hey guys, have a good week, and remember, don't tell nobody your why.
Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Peace.